Hey, everybody. Happy Memorial Day for those of you here in the States. I am just sitting down here. Let me get my lights together. Sorry, I wasn't going to go live, but I figured out what the hell. I'm not doing anything else. I was playing some video games earlier, and I just felt like sitting down doing a little painting. So forgive me, I'm getting everything together here. Hey, Josh. So I just figured I'd throw up a StreamYard. If anybody wants to join, you know how to get a hold of me on Facebook Messenger, and I'll send you the link. So what I'm doing is this right here. This is the Rancor from NY3D Creations, and it goes with this little baby Grogu. So all this is airbrush work other than the eyes. I still got to do this here, but what I am doing is, if I can move all this shit out of my way. I'm starting to, if you see here, let me get a little bit of that. Mix it up in there. Hey, Frank. No, still too, not red enough. So what I'm doing is I'm going over all of this with some oils. Just get those colors. That's not going to be that bright. But I want to establish some of these oils. And you see there's a lot of colors here. I'll probably end up using most of them in one form or another. And there's probably colors here I don't have. I got to get I got Payne's gray and a darker green here for this thing. And then I got to do some splotching. But what I'm doing right at this moment is I'm just adding some of the pinks to the skin here. And then I'll add all the greens and the blues and the Payne's gray and all that stuff. I'll add all that in a little bit. Still got to do his teeth. But so you see I'm just feathering it back. There'll be some greens in here and some darker Payne's gray in there. A little bit of red. This is just going to give me an idea of where I want all that. As you see, this brush is dry. There's nothing on it. This is what I'm using to blend it all back with. Let me get the light down a little bit better so you guys can see. There we go. So, hope for those of you in the States, I hope that your Memorial Day is going well. Remember what the day's for. All of those that have served. Let me get a little bit of thinner in this. Yeah, that's better. And that's going to be for like his mouth here. that like that. Okay, let me jump over here because I can't see. If you guys don't have a StreamYard open, I can't see who's. Hey, John. John Paul says hello. How you doing, John? So this is ny3dcreations.com. It is his baby Grogu, baby Grogu, and the Rancor. So where's my other brush at? As you see, I use a bunch of brushes. I mean, it's probably overkill, but that's the way I work. So now I'm going to grab some of this Payne's Gray and some of this green right here. And just like right in here, and here. I want to build up shadows. Just like that. See, I love using oils, guys. The oils are this. If you do it thin enough, this will dry within a day or so. I've got a little bit of lamp black right here. I'll add that to my mix right here. Just a little bit of it. And then right in there. It probably needs a little bit more. Where's my other brush at? What did I do with it? Here it is. Let me clean this brush off. Grab a little bit of that lamp black. I don't want a lot of it. I just want a very little bit of it. Get that right in there. And just gently pull on it. Just like that. And you see that highlight there? Go back to my original mix here. See, grab a little bit of that lamp black. Mix it all together. So I'm going to work from the top down. Just like so. Start to feather it out. If I got to darken it, I'll drop some lamp black in there. Just a little bit. But what I'm after is those green tones. And then, No, I'm just painting it like a reptile. I mean, the show he's more gray. Um, I want it more green, but I'll add some different tones to it, Josh. So no, I'm not trying to go with the show. I'm going to add just a little bit of a highlight, like right here. Let's just blend that down. No, that green will be put in there more. Now that I just did that just so I can see. There'll be some yellow in there also. Um, I need to get, and where is it? This is probably, there's some dark brown I'm going to use. But where is it? Starship Filth. I've got it in here somewhere, but I also got these oil brushes, so this stuff is really good. Um, so shake that up. And the cool thing about this is I can just drop a little bit. I don't need a lot. So now, Josh, yeah, I'm not going with the show. I'm going more of a young. I would looking at images online and stuff. You can paint this any color you want, but I've seen them more of a reddish color. I've seen them a gray color. I've seen them this color. I've seen them the color from the show. You do whatever you guys please. I mean, I'm not trying to get exactly like the show. So yeah, that gave me a little bit of a muddy color there. I'm not. So it knocks the green down just a scotch. It gives it that little grayish tint to it. So we're going to be doing that in little things. But for now, clean my brush off again. Get that off. I'm going to start adding. Just keep working this Payne's gray and this green. Let's get underneath that eye there. I really just want it in the folds. I don't want it anywhere else. Just like that, see? So what that Payne's gray does is it gives me that shadow I'm looking for without it being heavy black. I'll take my brush here and just feather it. Smooth it out. Get that right there. Let's get up underneath the eye there. I think I want to go just a little bit more red, like right there, here. Oh man, sometimes you forget to clean your brush. So where's my feathering brush at? Right here. Just walk that in just like that. I have some of this for a shadow. Right there. You know what? You see that? How that brown over that Payne's gray, just real thin, is going to bring all of this to life. And it'll knock down all those pinks a little bit. Grab a little bit more of this. See, a problem with, there we go. I don't want too much of this, but I want that darkness right around that eye and then coming up just a little bit like this. And then down. And then right up underneath that eye. Just like that. Now I'll take that and I'll start to feather it. I want it all to blend in with the airbrush work that I've done already. So I had some music playing, but I don't want to get spanked by Facebook again. So now I darken that up a little bit, and I need to go in with just a scotch of this lamp black, like right here. Then I'll take that and just dab at it. Take most of it off. And take my blender and just knock that all back. And blend it all together. You see what it did there? Give it that little shadow like right up underneath. Hey, Dominic. Not with the oils, Frank. Usually I don't have to. I'm not saying you can't. I don't do it that often. Not with oils, because I figure once I start messing with the oils, I know I'm going to give this 24 to 48 hours before I mess with it again. But I lay it down thin enough that and then I take one of these and then I dab at it. This tells, I take off the excess. And then within 24 hours, 48 hours, it's ready to be sealed. As long as you don't lay the oils down real heavy and they're very thin. And you notice right here, I'll grab some paint and I'll pull some off of it and then I go on there. It's the same as if you're doing it with acrylics. So I know Josh brought something up. No, this is not going to be movie accurate. So before I get comments about, hey, that doesn't look movie accurate, it's not supposed to be, because it's accurate to where I want it to be. So Where's my other brush at? I got to make sure I keep these fairly cleaned off. I don't want to wet that because this one and this one are the ones I'm using to blend, and I don't want them wet with anything on them. Just holding it out, trying to see where I want to go with it. Grab this green again. We'll go right here and here, a little bit there. Take that, blend it down. Hey, Steve. So that's Payne's Gray, and this is I'll tell you what green it is right now. It is a permanent green light. That green. It's this one right here from Grumbacher. And then I have some Winsor & Newton's Payne's Gray. And that's what you see, that mix right there. And again, I'm not going over the whole thing with it. Just trying to do a few shadows. And then I got to stipple in some freckles on them. All right. It's going to need a little bit of yellow in there. Maybe some of that tan color. But we'll get to that when the time comes. Again, if you're here looking for a sideshow paint job, nope, ain't going to happen. You're going to get a Red Dragon Model Works paint job. Oh, All right. So we're going to bring that down. Just a scotch. What's this? I'm going to go in with some raw umber. Very little. Do that. And then I pull it over that pink, and it'll knock that red down. Now, did you notice what I just did there? There was too much paint in there. I was doing here with my blender. You could see the shininess of it. So what I took here, again, these two are dry. There's no thinner on them. And I'll just knock that down and then blend it down. Like right there, see that? Just take that and I'll clean my brush a little bit and then come back. Now he's got now the browns are in there. I don't know if you can see it with the light there, but now the browns are in there. Now I'll take this. Just a little tapping. And voila. I think I'm gonna add some gray in this. Do I have white? Where's my white? Oh, purple. Yeah, I'm gonna use that. What the hell did I do with my white? All right, let's just grab some of this off of here. White. I want to add a little gray in there. I'll shake that up real good. Put that right here. Let's clean this brush off. Grab some of this lamp black, very little. Mix that up. Make sure I get it nice and mixed. And then let's go a dot of it here, a little bit of it here, here. Just add that gray in there. And I'll take my blender and just knock it down. See, that still leaves the green in there, but now you can see that gray hint there. There we go. Just like that. I don't know if you can notice that, but there's a gray. See that gray now to it? And we'll take that very same thing, and we're going to come up right up underneath here. Just whatever's left on the brush, right around his eye here. Let's go up here a little bit, and then right in here. This is my little angle brush, Hobby Lobby special. It's perfect for this kind of work because you got that little wedge you can get in the middle there and just very gently. I'm not putting a lot of pressure. I'm letting the brush do all the work. So we got that gray there. Let's bring this up this way and around. And then this down. Just like so. Now anybody can do this. This is not hard to do, guys. Just takes a little practice. Let's add some of that here, a little bit there, right here by the nose. up underneath his snout, like so. Start to blend that down. Now it's going to look a little glossy until you hit it with whatever a matte coat or a satin varnish or whatever you're looking for, dull coat. So you're going to have just a slight sheen to it because it's oil. So take that into account when you're working it. So now see that gray with that undertone of that green? Look at that. It's very light. There's not a lot on there. See, I'm pulling some off there. I just do that. So now he's got that grayish green look to him. A little bit of that back in here. Right there. We'll bring that this way. And there'll be some highlights on it. It's not going to stay this color. But I'm trying to give it a reptilian look, you know. So, any questions, just let me know. Yeah, see that? And I'll do one side, then I'll work the other side, then I'll work underneath. And once I get the darker tones, then I'll start adding other ones and start playing with it. So. So you got those nice greens in there. Now you got the grays in there. The greens are up underneath. They're right here where you can see them. They start to blend real nice. And here, I see I'm getting a little aggressive here because I want to take most of that off. And I'll do this and just work it all down like that. I'm going to try something here. Took a little of that green, added it to this. We'll see what that looks like. Yeah, that ain't too bad. Take care, Frank. You have a good one, brother. So let's get that in here like that. Let's do a little mopping up. Now, if you notice, I'm going to have to come in with some of this. Let me clean this brush off. So just a little bit of that pink, and I want to highlight like right here. So I give me my little highlight. All right, just a little bit right there. Bring that down. We'll come in with some of this red, because that's right by the lip there, and I want that a little bit redder than everything else. So I'm just going to gently brush that back. He's got that slimy mouth look there. And I'll take just a little bit of it, and right here on the corner of his mouth. Just do that. See? Now it looks like there's a little fleshiness there. And I'll do the same on that fold right there, and then down here. Just like that. See? Gives it a little life there. He's going to need some here. Like here, here. Just like that. Work that down. So let's make sure this brush is cleaned off. Yeah. That's what we're looking like so far. He's looking ugly as shit. Let me grab some of this Payne's Gray, straight Payne's Gray. Get that inside there. And then, where's it at? I got a bunch of this shit everywhere. I gotta clean these brushes off. This stays there. This is the one I'm looking for. I might have to put a little bit of brown in that. Or burnt umber. Just a little bit. All right. Clean that off. Grab some of this burnt umber, just a little bit of it. Little Payne's Gray, little burnt umber. Little Payne's Gray, little burnt umber. Mix that up real good. Okay, now that's much better. Much better. So let's start to knock this down a little bit. Just like that. Round it off. So he's got that nice little shadow in there now. See that? And it still looks kind of fleshy. And you notice I'm going over the pink that I got in there because that'll knock down that pink a little bit. So there's that. Get this here. Right up underneath the snout in this corner here. Right in there. That's what I need to darken. Right in here. So And then right in the middle of his cabeza here. Right in here. I'll get back to the gray in a minute. I'm just trying to establish where I want it dark and where I want it light. I don't want that gray over everything. See, that gray is just in certain spots there. So it gives it that look like, leathery look to him. I'll come up the side, come up the other side, like so. Got to be careful not to break that. I've already broken it twice, so. You see? I haven't gotten this side yet. This is the other side. You can see that. You can tell the difference. See how you can see the yellows and the greens through that, and over here you got the greens, the yellows, the grays, the browns. See, there's some bitumen there too that I might use. I don't know yet. The only way to find out if this is going to work. See, I'm going to use that bitumen for the pimpling, the little pimpling that he has. So we'll see. Give me a minute here. Let me answer some. Anybody got any questions? Let me see what's going on here. Give me a second. I want to see my reference photo that I'm working off of. I see Tommy's got a video up on the Red Dragon model where she's got his choo-choo train running. His Memorial Day run. That's pretty cool, Tommy. All right, let me get back to this. So there we got that. I got to add some of this, just a little scotch of it, like right here. Right under his eye there. I'll put a little bit of it. Right there. Like right here. Let me grab some of this pale pink. Add some of that red to it. And I want that like right underneath here. It's like that. Brush that back. Clean my brush off. Just like that. Tamp that down a little bit. Blend it back. Take my There we go. I like that. I like that a lot better. A little bit there. There we go. Yeah, see? Now, the yellow. I might end up fucking this up, but I've got two. I've got an ochre, the yellow. So we'll see. Can always take it off, redo it. A little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah. Now that's better. I don't need a lot of it. I just need a little bit for color. Just to give it a little bit of color there. I'm trying to stay in the green and then pull it up. Like that. Okay, let's go here by the snout. Bring it back a little bit. Yeah, see that? I'll have pictures of this. I know my lights are real bright right now. So, all right, before I do that, let me start on this side here because I'm getting carried away on one side and I need to get both of these sides going. So let's grab some of this again, mix it up. Just turn them. Bring that in here. down there. And here. Come over here in that little spot that he's got in here. Come across side. So we just start to blend it. Let me grab a little bit more of that. Thanks, Harry. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you. Grab a little bit of this lamp black. Again, mix it in there just to darken it up just a scotch. I darkened it up too much. Damn it. Here. Right up underneath there. Down here, 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 here. Let's go a little bit here, a little darker. Right in there. Up across here. Right up on our, let's see the eye. Let's get a little darker in there. He's not dark enough in here. And we'll go right in here. Just like that. Let's grab a little bit of that up underneath his snout. Right here by the eye. Let's go this way. We come across. All right. Now we get our brush. And let's start blending it all down. That way, we'll bring it up and around. Bring this way, up and around. Come around. You see, it's starting to take shape. Just like so. Come down here. Just like that. There we go. Let's clean this up a little bit. Up and around. Down here. Got my finger in there. Right over here. Up and around. All right. Clean my brush off. Grab some of this gray. Very little of it. I don't need a lot of it. Here. Right there. Right here. Here. All right. And like that. I don't know if you could see it with the light, but it's got like that gray green dinosaur look to him. Grab some more of this here. Let's get a little bit right here, here, right up underneath there, here, a little bit of here. Okay. Let's blend that back. Just like that. This takes off the excess. And whatever's left on the brush and on here is all I need. So now I take my other blending brush, which is clean. What do I do with it? Here it is. And I'll just knock this here on there. I'll just take that and just knock it on. Make sure it blends all together. Right here by the nose. And there he is so far. Now we need to, what we did here, we need to do on this side. So I'll clean my brush out. I got my thinners right here. Clean my brush off. And then I'm going to pull you notice I'm only putting a couple of drops here and there. I'll blend that down. Same here. It's just a highlight I'm after. Just like that. Just like that. Come over here. Tap off the excess. And blend that back into that gray. Clean that brush. Grab some of that magenta. And just a little bit. Very little. I don't need a lot. Now let's go over here because we need to establish what we did over here. So take a little bit of that, mix that up. Just like that, like that. And I bring it down into here. Same thing here, straight down because that's a fold and I want that. It's like right there. Take off the excess and just feather the rest of it down. Same thing here. Right here by his toofuses. Let me get the inner part of his gums. And I'm bringing it up over into the green a little bit so it all blends in. The teeth aren't painted yet, but that's basically the color they're going to be. I need just a little bit of rosiness right at the top there. You notice I keep going back over what I've already painted because as I'm adding the paint, you see where you could use a little bit more, a little bit less. Like right around his eye, the eyelid, and then right here, that little spot right there, where the skin bubbles out. There we go. We'll go back over here. Notice I keep looking. I'll get that. I wanna. Notice I'm putting just a scotch of it on that eyelid. There we go. I'll come over here where I added it. Now we put the shadow in there. Grab some of this lamp black, mix it in with the burnt umber, just a little bit. Pull it up. There you go. I get some of this dark mix. Right underneath his eye. Oh, right up underneath his eye there. Just a little bit in here. Let's come back over here. I'll go ahead and feather that. Just pull that back. I'll get a little bit here, right in here, and then right back here. I want a little bit of that darker color. And there he is. That's it for now. I'll let this sit a little bit. Oh, I know what I forgot. See, I put that yellow in there, and you can barely even tell it's there. Like here. You don't even know it's there. There we go. Just like that. Grab a little bit more from here. Put a couple of little dots of it across there. There we go. That's exactly what it's all about, Harry. So you notice what I'm doing here. When I lay that down, I'll tap it first and then blend it down. I just want, like you said, that little subtle hint in there. So when you turn it or when you're looking at it in a different angle, I don't know if you can see it with these damn lights, but I'll take a couple of pictures when I'm done because I can definitely see it. It's a nice little subtle color there. And I don't want it over the whole thing. I'm going over like here on the edges where the green is, and then I'll pull it back this way into the green. So you got that little highlight right there where the skin tone and the green meet. So you see that? I don't know if you can see that. You see that right there? You can see the hint of it. It's not heavy. You don't need it to be heavy. You just, all you want to do is you just want to give it a little bit of a tint there. Because I would imagine being a reptilian, whatever he is, there's all kinds of shades in them. And I would think that if it's a youngling, as it was in the book of Boba Fett, it was a young Rancor, that his skin hasn't hardened, hasn't turned green, hasn't turned that old man gray shit, you know. So he hasn't had time to gray up a little bit, in my head at least. All right, we're almost done with this, guys. I'll let it sit overnight for a while. I'll come back and take a look at it with a fresh eye. But let me add a little bit of dot there, a dot there, there. It's like that. I'll take some photos of this so you guys can see it. If anybody has any questions about, doing stuff like this, let me know. I may not be the greatest painter in the world, but whatever I know, I'll be more than happy to pass it on to you guys. There we go. This is no, I don't bake it on. This is just gonna sit air dry. This will be dry by tomorrow, believe it or not. I know this damn camera, it's not focusing, but I still need to do some stippling on them. Let's see if I got the right brush for that here. Let's try this one. So what I need to do, now that's not going to work. That's not going to work. I need to, like he's got these little pimples and stuff, bumps on them. They need to be painted. And I think and then I need to stipple. Like here, he's got some blemishes. But this is not the right brush to do it with, so I need probably to go in the other room where I got all my brushes. Get a hog's tooth like this here. Let's see. Let me try in the back. Now, see that's. Yeah, that'll work. This is just straight Payne's Gray on there. Oh, Harry, I never leave well enough alone, bro. So there we go. And then take one of these and just do a little tapping just to knock it all down. And there it is. There's his stippling. If I can get this to focus. Okay, you just go in. After you lay it down, just knock it down so it's not so pronounced. But it's there. There we go. And I think, other than his teeth and this, I think he's done, guys. So, again, I'll come down here, knock off some of this heavy stuff that's here, and just blend it down, just like that. He's going to be sitting like this. But, let me get around his snout here. Knock those down a scotch and take a... Where's my brush? Now I'll take my brush here and just go over the whole thing. Just blend them down a little bit. Very gently going over it. And there he is. I'm done. So, thanks everybody for sitting down watching, spending an hour and a half with me. I hope your Memorial Day is a great one. I'm going to clean up all this. I'm going to leave this here because I might come back with some of these colors. So the good thing about oils is it's not going to dry. This won't dry for a while. So I'll be able to come back tomorrow and re-wet it and be able to hit it with what I'm going to do. But let me put this away so I don't knock them over. I just wanted to show you guys what I was doing today, in case you guys were at the bench or whatever. So there we are. This is my Rancor. It's going to go with the little baby Grogu. I'm going to give this a day or so to dry. I'll have some photos up in a little bit. But yeah, there he is. You guys have a great one. Gilbert saying peace. Enjoy your Memorial Day. Bye-bye.